This happens, when it happens, who knows about the manuscript, and how it gets out there.
Well, the manuscript isn't just with the NSC. All of the intelligence agencies also have to review it, which can take a very long time. So there's no telling how long that review process could take. But I want to go back to the senators here that we've been talking about for days now, who the Democrat managers are trying to convince to vote for witnesses. Senators like Susan Collins, for example, are weighing two things: bringing witnesses more information that they don't have given the new news, but also maintaining the dignity and the integrity of the Senate and the role of the Senate. The Senate is not the House. The House did not come with a complete case, and every impeachment beforehand, the witnesses that were called had been called in the House before being brought to the Senate. So there are questions here about the process and the precedent.
They hadn't all been called in the House. In the Clinton impeachment, they had been called by the general. The independent counsel. They had not been called
after an extensive Justice Department investigation, Chris.
But that is very just wrong, Katie.
That is very different than the witnesses who were called in the investigation before. Let me finish. Before the articles were sent to the House, the Justice Department investigation, the grand jury material in the Clinton impeachment were handed to the House as part of the articles and given to the Senate. They were not given after the House voted for those articles. That is the difference, and the process here does matter.
Now to the Senate as the senators make their way and the floor. Final thoughts here, Chris.
Well, I just want to pick up on this because, Katie, what you're saying just isn't true. The fact of the matter was, let me finish. You asked me to. The fact of the matter was that the whistleblower information was given to the Inspector General, who gave it to the Justice Department. The Justice Department decided not to investigate, and that is why it went to the House. So to say that in the Clinton investigation that these people were interviewed by the House, one, they weren't, and to say that it wasn't done by the Justice It wasn't done by the Justice Department because the Justice Department refused to carry out the investigation. Get your facts straight.
Let's talk about some of the facts here, Chris. The point is that all of the information that the grand jury in the Clinton investigation and all of the witnesses that the House wanted to call, that the Justice Department called in the Clinton case, were done before the articles were voted on and put over to the Senate. That is not what has happened here. The House voted on incomplete information and gave it to the Senate, and now they're saying the Senate should call additional witnesses who have not been called before and who were not part of the House evidence that Mitch McConnell put into the record.
We just shouldn't listen to what John Bolton has to say?
I'm not taking a side, Chris. I'm not saying Bolton should or should not testify. I am simply talking about what senators are saying and whether they should go with the process.
In the meantime, just moments ago, a statement from the attorney for the acting White House Chief of Staff, Mick Mulvaney.